What's going on, guys? This is Drake Shot Plays coming at you with another awesome analysis on handheld preview from Game Explain. The link to their video will be in the description below. Thank you so much for Game Explain. So, guys, it starts out with Link diving into a lake. And I just want to show this because it's kind of like crucial. And then right here, he fuses raw meat, which is something I would do because it's like something crazy that I want to fuse everything together just to see what happens. So he lures the moblin towards the explosive barrels with the raw meat arrow. Then he sticks a fire choo-choo jelly and a topaz together to do a lot of damage. So Fuse is going to be a really fun and fluid ability. It's going to take some time getting used to it, obviously, but I'm sure, just like in the Great Plateau, the Sky Island, the Great Sky Island, is going to offer the same type of intro. Hopefully not a bunch of shrines and a bunch of other stuff, but mainly just a faster intro would always be nice for replayability. So right here, he's one of those mushrooms that on the gameplay trailer reveal, they used it on a shield. This time he didn't use it on a shield, he used it on an arrow. Alright, and it shows right here the weapon durability. So you'll see him get this blue bokoblin horn. And what he's going to do is he's going to fuse it in a different clip coming up. So that golden apple. So on that golden apple, guys, it says you can fuse it to deal damage. So it's possibly a heavier apple. So instead of eating it, even though it'd give you a heart, fuse it to an arrow and maybe you get like a golden arrow. I don't know. It's kind of weird, but it'd be funny if that worked. And then just like right here, it's a Zonai one-time cooking. So as soon as he's done cooking, the cooking pot's going to disappear. See? It's because it's a Zonai item that's only used once. Alright, then it goes to another clip. During the preview, they had different scenarios that they had to follow. They couldn't just go anywhere in the map because the Nintendo employees are there watching them and making sure they're not going off the beaten path, so to speak. So right here, he reverses time on the spike ball trap that the bokoblin sent down his way. And then he shot a fire arrow as the other bokoblins charged him. This one is very crucial because there's a jet attached to the gliding rock with two fans, so it sped up the process. In another video of a different person doing the game review, it was a slower glider because he didn't have the rocket attached, he only had the two fans attached. So rocket equals speed. Remember that when you're playing this game. So right here is where he's going to fuse his weapon durability. You're going to see it. This is the scene I was telling you guys about. Destroy fused materials. It's going to start blinking red, saying that it's badly damaged. When you fuse it with something, now it is not damaged because it's a different weapon altogether. It's a blue Boko Reaper, which is pretty cool. I like the sound of that. I think this one's really funny. He had a counterbalance with that weight there. I think he did that on purpose. So there's a log there that makes the platform a little bit weighed down. If you were to take that log off, it would be a much faster ascent once he fuses this to it. So a flame emitter. This is another example of a Zonai item. They look like gumballs. And that's what the gumball machine that you see in the background of some of these trailers that Nintendo released is. So you donate Zonai mob items like Zonai horn, Zonai charge orb, certain things like that. You don't want to get rid of your charges because they're going to improve your battery life or regenerate your battery life. But that log counterbalanced the platform, so his ascent wasn't as fast as it should have been. Right here, he's trying to use recall, but he's missing the timing on all these big rocks. You can tell this is later on in the game because Link is pretty spongy. He's got like 10 hearts here. So right here, he sends that small rock back. But I would try to get that big rock. This is the thing that I laugh the most about, guys. So as you're diving, you can now use your bow. This guy from Game Explain did it for too long, and he ended up killing himself. But he was just trying out the mechanics. And when you die normally, it's a red game over sign. When you die with the frost arrow, it's a blue game over sign. So we saw some archaic footwear, some different weapons. It's going to be like the Hylian trousers, though. They're going to be what you start the game with. So there's 2 tiers to the map, guys. There's the surface, and then there's the sky map. So you have 2 different maps, and these two pins on the map are the only areas they could venture out to. They couldn't go any further, they couldn't go that far in the map. But you see, this is one way you can dodge all the enemies and go straight to the tower. And there's an armored bokoblin there, so he's going to have a yellow health bar compared to a red health bar. Just like when Link eats a certain meal, he gets yellow hearts instead of the red hearts. It's just extra defense or extra health. Makes the bokoblin extra spongy. See, in the boss bokoblin, he's the one that's going to be sounding the horn. And he fused a bomb rose to an arrow to make a bomb arrow. Because there aren't bombs in the game like normal. I'm pretty sure you can still buy bomb arrows from vendors, though. That would make sense. That way you have some, like, fire arrows and stuff. These are just, like, in the field options. Like, if you find this rose, well, it can be turned into a bomb arrow. There's a lot of stuff I'm seeing here in the sneak parameters. Without sneak armor, you are the loudest person on Hyrule. You're the loudest person in all of Hyrule. That's just what it is. So this is one of the areas they were told to explore to solve the puzzle. And this is a different Sky Island than the one you start at because Link has more stamina and he's got more hearts. But you see, these platforms here disobey the laws of gravity. Once you send them up, they stay up. They don't fall back down. So it's very interesting. You could probably use that as a potential platform to keep building on fuels of sword and different... Like, if you want to just keep yourself in the air, you add an extra battery while it's just disobeying the laws of gravity. It's just sitting there. Wherever you propelled it to, it's going to stay there. So that's very convenient, because that might be how you face the dragon spirit Nadra that's flying around here. The 4th dragon spirit, guys. Don't forget to check out those videos that I made in my shorts, because I talk about the 4th dragon spirit. It's not just Binral, Farash, and Lanryu. It's also going to be Levias, guardian of the skies, I believe. You can see here he's trying to solve a puzzle, so he used Ultra Hand, and now he's going to use Recall to rewind so it stays up, and he's able to drain the water, fly down, easily gather some fish too, some ancient fish. And then here's an example of Ascend. So this is what Ascend's going to look like, guys. When you're using it, whether it's against an enemy or something, it'll show green if you can do it, and red if you can't, and nothing if it's too high up. Sundaline, made when cooking. Here's another example of these. these platforms disobeying the laws of gravity right here. But the rockets don't last that long, so you might want to save your rockets. Don't just use them like they're candies, because you might need them to gather materials from the flying dragon Levias in this area. Then here we have a construct shooting, a Zonite construct shooting arrows at Link. Right here, some Dazzle Fruit. It has a fuse attack power. You can see if it's not just used for cooking, if you can fuse it, and it might do more damage. So climbing's still like normal Breath of the Wild, but Link has a lot of stamina. You're not going to have this much stamina when you first start, I bet. Critical, and the one thing that only us and John Place has talked about, that none of these other previewers got a chance to talk about. When you're in bullet time, when you're gliding and you decide to shoot an arrow, the stamina wheel doesn't drain as fast as it did in Breath of the Wild. So they definitely fix a lot of mechanics that were funky in Breath of the Wild for Tears of the Kingdom. I don't know what that purple structure is. The purple ability that keeps popping up on that. We'll see when it comes out. Or if Nintendo releases something about it. I don't cover leaked information on my channel whatsoever. All this stuff is legitimate Nintendo release stuff that all followed the rules embargo. And it's definitely... It's spoiler free that it's not something leaked. But I respect everyone's decision to not watch this video until it comes out. But this is going to help you see what a Zelda Breath of the Wild professional player sees. I see a lot of different things. He just used a muddle bloom to confuse the boss Bokoblin and let him kill a whole bunch of guys. Kind of like the confused darts for Ghost of Tsushima. See, here's the bubblegum machine where you trade your Zonai mob parts in. I don't know the official name of it. That's just what they call it. It looks like bubblegum. See, so you put in the mob parts. It goes in, and then these different orbs, depending on what you put in, all of them come out. And that'll be where your rocket comes from, where your cooking pot comes from, stuff like that. Awesome. I like how there's meal recipes now. See, like this right here. 2 ancient fish and 1 steak is a meat and seafood fry. That's pretty easy to come by in the Sky Islands, at least. Yeah. I like how you can just use it to chew jelly like a grenade. That's pretty awesome. And here's a Korok, guys. Who would have guessed that Koroks would be back? But it's cool because it gives us a way of something to collect. I'm actually happy that Korok seeds are back. I hope there's not 900 of them. I hope they make it usable. But I am happy to see them return. An old map, probably a treasure map of some kind. Because it's nice being able to increase your inventory at your own speed. I do enjoy that a lot, guys. Alright. This is where it's game over. I just want to say thank you so much for watching, guys. Like and subscribe, and take care.